What's up, guys? Unbaked Muffins here. I'm joined by
Andrew.
And this is the Third Stay Crew podcast. This week, it's a bit of a half episode. We are doing a little bit shorter of a podcast, and we're going to jump into games. We realized that the Anime Awards, hosted by Crunchyroll, their voting is going on right now.
Heck yeah!
So we wanted to do that. It's also my birthday, so that's why we're doing that. We also don't have Butlet here this week. He is in Epcot.
Happy 37th birthday, Joel.
What?
What?
What the fuck did you just say?
Nothing.
You have the audacity to pat me on my shoulder, look me in the eye, and say, happy 37th birthday, knowing damn well that's 9 years too old.
Well, you know, I had to do a joke to someone, because I'm going to be the one getting the 30s joke soon.
Aren't you 28 already?
Yeah, I'm turning 29 in April. Yeah.
Hey, brother, I'm not gonna... I won't be making jokes at you. Listen... 30s, yo, it's gonna be dirty 30 for you. I believe in it.
Alright.
My boy's gonna be going hard. Yeah, so I guess real quick in uh for for Butlet for Grayson,
Yes.
since he's not here. Do you want to do a Lego and Funko Pop?
Who? What's my Lego this week?
What's your Lego, Andrew?
Honestly, I was so delighted by how they grew vegetables in Delicious in Dungeon.
Okay.
I thought that was such a creative, like growing vegetables on monsters is a fucking crazy idea. I thought it was so cool.
It was such a creative way to like utilize golems and insert them in a show that is just all about eating the
I
monsters.
love, like, 'cause this is such a, like, they're doing so well with this being a traditional fantasy world. You know what I mean? Like, in terms of, like, all, like, the tropes are there. But the angle they're going at it is so different and so refreshing. It's just so fun to watch. And also, the quality is quite good. Of, like, the animation and the sound and everything. And the voice actors are good, too.
Okay. I do agree. I think the voice actors are pretty solid. We are watching in English.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't speak to the Japanese voice acting at all.
Yeah,
but I imagine it's good. I imagine the Japanese voice acting is good because 9 times out of 10 it is better.
Absolutely.
Any Funko Pops this week? Anything got you mad? What are we mad about this week?
What are we mad about this week?
Or just generally upset? We don't have to be mad. We could be upset.
Generally upset. Was it the
anything lacking in quality?
Did Grayson bring us up, or I don't know if he did, but did you hear what the Ubisoft CEO said? Was that last week?
I think we might have touched on it, but go ahead. Drop the knowledge for the listeners.
I don't know if we touched on it, because, like...
we might have just talked about it off stream.
Okay.
So...
I'm sorry if we already talked about this, but he said that gamers should get used to the concept of not owning games.
Yeah.
And that, to me, sounds crazy.
That's like telling someone who likes to read books, like...
Yeah.
Forget paperback, forget hardcover. You're not going to have a physical copy anymore.
Yeah. I mean, not even that, but like they're saying not owning the game. Like you can't a digital copy, you don't own it. It's just a
yeah.
Like, all right, like if buying a game isn't owning it, then pirating it isn't stealing it.
I don't know if I could agree to that, but
well, I'm just saying, if they're gonna start doing those crazy things, you got to retaliate somehow, right?
Yeah, I do think that a lot of these CEOs in the tech industry are losing their fucking marbles.
Oh yeah.
Because here's the thing, right? They're the type of people that really do think that, the economy's doing great and whatnot. Look at me, I'm making so much money, and all the people in my direct vicinity are making so much money.
Mm-hmm.
But, they fail to look at everyone else who's, like, struggling out here.
Oh, yeah, it's a group bias thing, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, these tech CEOs are just out of control.
I mean, I just say, like, a lot of CEOs in general are, but...
I mean, like, yes, absolutely, I agree. CEOs of any variety.
I mean, the amount of leadership, just in my country specifically, in our country specifically, that I've probably never taken or, like, understand, like, any ethics of leadership at all. Like any ideas of that, you know what I mean? Like the like any training or any formal like anything on that. Like it's probably over 60% of leaders.
I am curious, right? I am curious for anyone who's out there studying like politics and stuff. What are you studying? Are you just studying like
political science majors?
Yeah, like political science.
My
majors.
dad was a poli-sci major.
So like what? Like, because I'm ignorant. Color me ignorant.
From what I understand, because also my buddy Hunter was.
Yeah.
He went up to be a lawyer in Philly. He was studying to be a lawyer, obviously, which is why you went to poli-sci. And you're at your bachelor level. They were doing a lot of like there were like basic Latin classes sometimes. There was also like not for that's for the law stuff, but there was like there was like history, world events, like English courses, obviously, and like how you have to be good at like public speaking. There were essays. I'm pretty sure there were like classes on like when you're a poli-sci major on like okay, what are the issues on world, like this world event, like cultural issues, like what is like there's like women's studies, there's like like things like that, there was I took because I actually was ironically, I don't know why, but I like some almost got a writing minor or an English minor. One of the classes they had there was that I took was 1920s African American women Harlem Renaissance literature. Um,
Okay.
and so like it's a lot of like I guess like understanding some of the diversities of like because like people like to like obviously like a lot of certain people like to shit on stuff like that, and that's kind of like it's very unfortunate because it very much kind of like downplays what like how diverse our country is in general. And I think like they try to instill an understanding of that in a way, you know,
Mm-hmm.
just different perspectives because that like it can change a lot. They also have to do a lot of like they do foreign language courses. They do a lot of core courses at first, but they also specialize probably in like I said, public speaking, political like events and topics and stuff like that.
So at what point are they teaching like leadership and things like that?
That's a good question. I don't know
Because that's what I was kind of getting.
Because they have to have like ethics classes too, you know. Sorry,
like,
I got into a whole. I went into a whole like diatribe
you did,
about that.
but like and that's like kind of my point, right? Like, there's so much other than what I feel like the core focus really should be.
Because
right?
like political science, if you think about it, if you're a politician, you're trying to make legislation for technology, economics, like law,
education,
education, agriculture, like all these industries too. Like it's like
I feel like
it's very.
I feel like you should have a industry that gets tied to your poli-sci degree.
You see, I can agree with that unless that leads to what happens when you have more like communist systems and like systems in general where like they're all like they have like ministers of certain like regions and stuff. Like not
we
regions,
have that.
Well, not ministers. I'm talking more like they'll have what they do is they would have like a minister of like a farming region like hey, here's the minister of agriculture, here's the minister of coal, here's the minister of.
Didn't we have SARS at one time? Do we still have SARS?
We have SARS. But in my opinion, the difference is that a lot of those like ours are cycled constantly.
Yeah,
ours are very merit based. A lot of that stuff, like in other areas, is very like it's merit based and enough that like it's not you're not sitting there like if you're a person who was in in certain countries like you would sit there and you'd be like, hey, I got this position for like the next 20 years. You know,
who would have thought without Grayson that this would be the political episode?
Oh yeah,
us canceled.
That's very interesting. And no, I'm not saying like that those systems are like fucking wrong or anything. I'm just saying that like the like if we were gonna do that, I feel like the problem you have with the specialization is like obviously it's great, but you have too many other things that are gonna be like the world is too overlapping, in my opinion, for like you're gonna need a bit of everything to understand and be a fully effective person.
Okay.
If I had to guess, if my opinions, if I think about it, sorry.
You're allowed to think.
No, I'm not.
This is a free country.
No, actually, it turns out that when you think, they can sense it. You know who can sense it?
Who can sense it? I'm glad you didn't say anything. I'm so glad you didn't say anything. I did not know where that was going, and my heart was racing.
Oh, really? I was trying to think of a response. I was like, who can sense my thoughts?
Mewtwo can sense your thoughts. Mewtwo.
Mewtwo, okay.
Mewtwo, yeah.
They can sense it, Joel.
Yeah, Mewtwo can sense your thoughts.
Zuckerberg can sense it.
So, alright, so, with all that said, fuck you, Ubisoft. Because that's where that started.
Yes. Ubisoft can sense it.
Yeah. Ubisoft can sense those stocks dropping, probably.
Ubisoft can sense your thoughts, man. Ubisoft and Twitter, that's what it is. They can sense your thoughts.
What has Ubisoft made in, the last 5 years that's been good?
Awesome. I think, I don't know. What has Ubisoft made in the last 5 years that's been good? Nothing. Maybe one of the Assassin's Creed games. I bet you Elon Musk is thinking of something that could read your thoughts.
I mean, isn't that what Neuralink is? Quite literally.
That's true. Elon Musk can already read your thoughts. There we go.
Elon Musk can read your thoughts. Yeah, I was. Once you said Musk, I was like, isn't that quite literally what Neuralink is meant to do?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Ubisoft was apparently behind the Avatar Frontiers of Pandora game.
Ooh.
Is that a good ooh? Have you seen things or heard things of that?
So, Frontiers of Pandora, I've heard that people were excited about it. I don't know if I never heard. I don't know if it's good or not. I never heard about the reception. So.
Is it out? Holy, what the fuck is this? Oh wait, okay, I misread that. The dyslexia kicked in real hard. This other price thing has me befuddled. I assume that's an annual thing, but still, $17 a month with Ubisoft Premium Plus. And I guess let's share screen here. Yeah, really 18. What on earth? This is kind of crazy. What is this $129? It doesn't even say. I assume that that's got to be the... Wait, is that just the cost to get the game? Hold up, because this says $18 with Ubisoft Plus Premium. And that says join now. But then when I click on this, which is $130,
yep,
with no time span added onto it, it just says get the game.
Yep.
What the fuck is
Joe,
that?
It's a $130 game.
Yo, people better stop expecting to own games if they're going to be priced like that. God bless. Prince of Persia, what is that going to be for? Buy now. Let's just look. Okay, reasonable. What the fuck is...
Who the fuck would take $18 a month?
For a game
guess
subscription?
You can beat it in a month?
Well, I assume, because you're cutting with Ubisoft Plus Premium, so I assume, much like the Xbox Game Pass, you're getting access to a bunch of other things. Because, like, I will say, I do like the Xbox Game Pass. It has allowed me to play a bunch of games.
Okay, so it's not like you're getting, like, you have to get Ubisoft Premium, then you can pay $17.99 a month to play this. Or is that exactly what it's saying?
So what it's saying is that you don't own the game. It's like a Netflix subscription.
But I still need to pay Ubisoft Premium too.
Well, no, that's what this is. You're not buying the game with $17.99. You're buying Ubisoft Premium for $17.99, and because you have Ubisoft Premium, you can play the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I misread that. I was like, holy shit, that's so bad.
I want to know how many people have signed up for Ubisoft Premium. I think that would be an interesting number to see. Skull and Bones, I know that a lot of people say that this is looking interesting, and I can't deny the trailer that I saw did seem interesting.
What the I'm sorry. Where's the standard edition?
So wait, this is standard, so that other edition that we saw was something else.
I was about to blow my what could you get for $130?
Yeah, well, let's go back. We've ended up down a real rabbit hole here. We haven't even finished the Funko Pop and Lego. I completely forgot what even started this. So this is the Ultimate Edition. What do we get in the Ultimate Edition that we don't get in the others? Okay, so Ultimate Edition. Base game, Season Pass. This game's going to have a Season Pass, apparently. Ultimate Pack, and Digital Art Book. What the fuck is the Ultimate Pack? The Ultimate Pack contains a variety of exclusive digital content, including the Sorrento Heritage Cosmetic Pack, a premium Navi weapon skin, one character cosmetic set, and a Banshee cosmetic set. The Sorrento Hunter equipment pack, one unique weapon, and one character gear set. So a bunch of cosmetic stuff.
And
And now
then
this is
weapon.
gonna have season passes. What the fuck? Is this even an online game?
I think it is.
Like what?
I didn't know that Prince of Persia was even coming out. So
I have seen advertisements for Prince of Persia. Um, what the fuck is even this? Like, what is? Where's the description of the game? Okay, let's see. Explore a world of wonder and danger. Become Navi. Soar of the Skies. This seems like a single player game, right?
I don't know. I feel like you can do things with your friends on this game.
But is everyone just playing the same character? It said become Navi. It didn't say become.
Oh yeah, but there's different Navi.
Oh, the Navi are the race of the people.
Yeah, you racist fuck.
Wait, how am I? I thought that was
I'm
the
joking.
name of an individual.
No. Navi is the like the whole species.
Gotcha. Okay, so never mind. Oh, it is co-op, and it's an open world adventure shooter. Okay. Well, for any of these prices, not interested. I'll be honest. And honestly, I think like I'm down to just say fuck Ubisoft in general.
Okay.
You know, I mean, like Assassin's Creed was cool back in the day.
Far Cry 6.
Far Cry
collabs.
was cool once upon a time.
Yeah.
And I hear people like Rainbow Six, but I never played it, so can't care about it. Real quick, I guess to get us back on track here. Back to Legos and Funko Pops.
Yes.
My Lego this week is gonna be just like all the amazing people in my life. It is my 28th birthday.
Yeah. 28.
Yeah, it is my 28th birthday, and I've had so many wonderful people in my life help me get this far, and I want to say thank you to all of them. A special thank you to my mom, who's always been such a big part of my life. Special thanks to my sister as well, and my grandparents. Then a special thank you to my girlfriend Erica. Love you so much. She was so sweet. She sent me the balloon and flowers that you saw downstairs.
Oh yeah, that's so cute.
I got that. So this morning, right? I'm on my laptop working, and I hear a bang on the door like this. I'm like,
oh no,
who the fuck is banging on my door like I owe them money? And even if I did, I ain't got shit for you.
What are you doing here?
So like I go look out my window and I'm like, I don't see anyone. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck? So now I'm paranoid. And I go downstairs, I look out the people at my door and I see it's like this old lady just like in front of my door, like looking at the ground in front of my door because she's like bent over. Like, what the fuck? So I open up the door and then I see the balloons and I'm like, hello? And she's like, Joelle? And I was like, yes. And then she handed me the balloons and the flowers. And I was like, oh, okay, the balloons, flowers, and a teddy bear. And I was like, what the fuck? And so I go into the house, I set it all down, and then I look at the card, and it was a card from my baby. So it was really sweet. It was really nice. I was not expecting it. Almost cried because I cry at the drop of a dime when it comes to her.
That's sweet.
But yeah, it was very nice. My Funko Pop. Thank you. My Funko Pop this week. I think my Funko Pop's gonna be the unnecessary amount of meetings that modern day companies feel like they need to have. I know. I just upset a lot of middle management with that statement.
No, you're not wrong, man. I feel like a lot of it's not just meetings, man. It's it is meetings, but it's like I'm actually, and again, I'm speaking very, very loosely here, but there's this book I'm going to start to read called Bullshit Jobs.
Okay.
And it's all about the proliferation of, oh God, don't hate me on this one, but MBA programs in the US, and how a lot of them have led to like certain jobs that just don't do anything like actually functional.
Okay.
You know? And I'm not talking about like in terms of like politically or anything like that. I'm talking like the people who are like their jobs are almost just doing meaningless paperwork and stuff like that, or like doing like things that like
The bureaucracy
like,
of
almost
everything.
like we've overcomplicated things to the point that like the systems are a whole what are that we're supposed to help are holding them back sometimes. Like if you've got too many, if you've got 20 synergy meetings, you're not going to actually have any synergy in your company like a week. You know what I mean? And like actually going out and doing, you know what I mean? Like
we synergize that every day at 7 p.m. or not 7 p.m. Bad time. No one should be working at 7 p.m. in an office setting.
yes, everyone should. That's the way you show dedication to your CEO that you care about this company as much as they do. Because you should all the time, every day.
If the CEOs gave a shit about the company, then they would care about the workers.
Oh no, yeah,
the CEOs don't give a shit about the company.
The money, that's what they care about.
Exactly, dude. Listen, and I don't even blame them.
Like,
I don't even blame them entirely. Listen, you're telling me I can get paid an exuberant amount of money over the course of, let's call it 3 to 5 years.
Convincing a bunch of people to do the work for me.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then after,
convince them to get way less money than I do.
Then after the 3 to 4 years, I could just fuck off and be retired. If I live modestly, I could just be retired after 3 to 4 years.
Or just keep being CEO for a few more and then live a little more than modestly.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, like, that amount of power is going to corrupt most people. We're really hating on big corporations today.
Yeah, fight the power.
Grayson's not here to reel us in. And
no, he's not.
The politics are just coming out. But yeah, dude, I just, there's so many unnecessary meetings that happen. Yeah. Quite literally, on Tuesday, I had about 6.5 hours of meetings scheduled. I had to cancel one of them. And that one only got me the extra half hour. So I had 6 hours of meetings, which meant I got 2 hours of work done that day.
Oh.
2 hours of work. For what?
Yeah.
For like, what am I doing? What am I doing?
Yeah.
I had a meeting with my direct supervisor this week. And I proposed something that I know might not go through. I kind of hope it does. I was like, hey, Barb, can I work 4 9s and a 4? Can I work 4 9s and a 4? I personally would love to work 4 10s.
Yeah.
I'd love to work 4 10-hour shifts, get it done, and have a 3-day weekend. But I figure the world's not really prepared for that level of innovation.
A little too crazy.
A little too crazy. So we got to ease them in, right? We got to dip our pinky toe into the water.
Uh-huh.
And so I proposed 4 9s and a 4. That way, like, Fridays, I could have, like, basically a half day. Now, do I want to work this because it gets me off early on Friday? No. I'll be honest, I don't really care about getting off early on Friday. The reason I want this is because all of my stuff that I need to have done is typically due on Friday. Due before end of day Friday. So let's just think logically about this, right? For anyone working on any individual project, when you start up your day and you're starting to work, the normal person needs about, like, 10 to 15 minutes to really get going, to like enter a flow state if it's a fast working day. Sometimes I'm not in like a good flow state until like an hour. And then never mind when people are hitting you up, like I get emails constantly and like chat requests constantly from people at work like asking about different things because I have my hands in like 6 different projects. So like by the time Friday rolls around, I have a whole nother 8 hours to work. And I still have 6 projects that I'm working on. Like, if I could take that time away from Friday and put it on earlier in the week, I can get all of my stuff done and have it done ahead of time. So then that way nobody's like messaging me at 4 o'clock on Friday, like, hey, where's that thing that I'm looking for? And it's like, well, I haven't had time to work on it all week, so this is the first hour that I'm getting to put towards it, and I only have 2 hours put towards your project anyway, like on my allocation.
Is it not? So I was gonna say it's probably a set schedule. Since like, can you not just like start putting your hours in as like, hey, this is I did 10 hours today, 10 hours there, 10 hours there.
Well, like I used to, when I worked in the restaurant industry, I was always like of the mindset of like, you know what, I'll really push myself. I'll work hard because working hard gets you everywhere. Doesn't, not all the time. Hard work is important, but you gotta make sure smart work is important and hard work is important. Hard work is important when you're working hard for things that are going to pay off. Mm-hmm. Right? Like when I was working in the restaurant industry, I was busting my ass for a boss that didn't care.
Yep.
And it amounted to nothing. So I very much, after that experience, was like, I'm not doing that again.
Yeah.
I am not gonna stick my neck out for somebody who's making
more than
infinitely more than me and could not give a shit about my existence.
Yep.
Because honestly, like, that's what it boiled down to, right? Like, when I left, they didn't really even bat an eye. Like, they didn't care. I was supervising along the course of like 4 to 5 different restaurants at a time.
Yep.
Insane. So yeah, I'm not gonna bust my ass for people that don't care. And I think so. Like when it comes to 5 o'clock, unless there was like a meeting, because like my company's international. Yeah. So unless there's like an off chance of like a meeting that I have to take later in the day, like, I'll take it, but, like, I'm cutting that hour out somewhere else in work, because I'm only working 8 hours a day. Not putting more in.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, I'll do the quality of work that I'm paid for.
Oh, no, I guess what I'm saying is, like, look, because I didn't know if they, like, were, like, requiring you to log your time in, like yourself, like, your hours and everything.
Oh, I do log my time in myself. Yeah.
Would you just not log any hours for Friday and just put the 10 hours on, do it yourself? You know what I mean? Like, I'm saying, like, actually,
well, like, then they would see me doing that. It's like, Joel, you didn't work Friday. Why didn't you tell us this?
Ah.
And so, you know, rather than me just do that, like, some people would say better to ask forgiveness than permission. But also, I need my job. Yeah. I have bills. Have bills to pay.
True.
So
True. I was wondering if it was possible, like if they already had that flexibility, if like you could just go ahead and put those hours in.
No, and I do think that I might get approved for it. Like the one thing I will say about my job is that the management is very I would say on average they're more progressive about like workplace ideals than other companies. And I do think that they are pretty good about responding to employees when employees bring up concerns and things like that. So I'm not too worried about not getting approved for this time. But yeah, we'll see what happens. That's my so my Funko Pop, yet again, we went off on a tangent.
Yes.
Unnecessary meetings. Unnecessary meetings really cut a lot of time out of my day where I could be doing actual work.
Completely understood. Completely understood.
All right, and before I talk you to sleep, Andrew, let's...
No, sorry, that was my yawns could mean like 37 different things about me. Seriously, I yawn for almost everything, even if I'm excited.
I gotcha.
You'll never really know what my yawn means, Joel. It could mean a million things. You'll never know. I have to use a trained AI, honestly, to figure it out. Here's the data set. I don't think we have enough.
I gotcha.
What? But it's a trillion parameter data set.
All right. Well, Andrew.
Yes.
Today, as we had planned, we're gonna do the Anime Awards nominee vote. We're gonna go through our votes for 2024 here.
Yes.
How much anime do you think you watched last year?
I don't know. We'll find out when we see these options, won't we?
Well, I've already kind of peeked at some of these, and there are quite a few that I'm like, I didn't watch it, nor did I know it existed.
Well, that's okay.
So, knowing that for me, I know quite a few of these for you. So, I know you were getting caught up on One Piece.
Yes, true.
You got caught up on One Piece.
Oh, yeah. When did I do that this past year? It was around the... It was close to... It was a little before Nika, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was around that time, honestly.
Yeah. So all right. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Anime of the year. This is a big one. This is the most debated topic I feel I see online right now.
Oh.
So, Anime of the year. We have our nominees are Oshinoko, Bocchi the Rock, Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, Vinland Saga, and Jujutsu Kaisen.
If I had watched Vinland Saga, I feel like I would choose it, but Jujutsu Kaisen.
Now, I do personally agree with you. I did watch Vinland Saga, and I will say this. I personally rate Vinland Saga higher than Jujutsu Kaisen, but for me, my anime of the year is a lot more than just like my preferred anime, right? I feel like for me, I enjoy the story of Vinland Saga more. I enjoyed watching Thorfinn's character arc a lot more.
Yeah.
However, anime of the year for me means that this is the anime that made the biggest impact among anime fans.
Yeah.
And with no question, that's Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
Out of all of these,
yeah,
Jujutsu Kaisen, no question about it. I feel like for Demon Slayer, this was like one of the quietest years of Demon Slayer ever. I mean, like, I'll be honest, I even forgot it came out last year.
Yeah, it was kind of quiet for it. I think, the next...
The arc is shorter.
Yeah.
The arc is shorter. The villains, in my opinion, are uninteresting. I mean, like, we have the artsy demon who just, like, makes vases, whatever. Then we have the other demon that has a split personality. I can't even remember what his backstory was. Very uninteresting villains.
Yeah.
Low impact. Chainsaw Man, I don't like Denji. I know plenty of people will want to castrate me for that. But Denji is just a degenerate, and I don't find him interesting.
Castration right now.
Yeah. Bocchi the Rock, I've heard good things about. It's supposed to be more of a slice of life, to my understanding. Also, Oshinoko, I have no clue what the fuck that is. I don't know how it got nominated. I haven't even heard of this. That might be blasphemous. But, yeah, I mean, Oshinoko, it looks like an idol anime, possibly?
Yeah.
Yeah, where would you even watch this? Because I don't remember Crunchyroll pushing this at all. Because Crunchyroll will, like, recommend things and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is just talking about where to watch the Anime Awards. I'm surprised that they don't give, like, a synopsis for this.
Oh, Sheen.
I would say that's a missed opportunity, Crunchyroll. You should be giving a synopsis for some of these.
Yeah.
But Bocchi the Rock, I know it's about like making a rock band. It's like a bunch of girls doing like, just cute anime girl things. I've heard it's fun. I've not watched it. I'm not really interested to watch it at this point. I might get to it at some point. It's sitting in the things of like, maybe one rainy day if I'm really bored, I'll throw it on in the background. But Jujutsu Kaisen, without a doubt, is our vote.
Yep.
The impact of this season from JJK is absurd. It blew anime fans away.
Yep.
It broke the internet, in my opinion.
Yeah, very true.
So there we go. We've got JJK Season 2 for Anime of the Year.
Yes.
Which I do think it will win. Now we have Best Continuing Series. Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan, Jujutsu Kaisen, One Piece, Spy Family, Vinland Saga.
You don't even need to ask my opinion.
Andrew, which one do you think we should vote for?
What do you think?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but like, who are you gonna vote for, Joel?
Attack on Titan.
Really?
I want to give it to Attack on Titan only because this is it. This is it for that show. It's done. It's complete. We have the full story.
Attack on Titan, final season, the final chapter, special one.
Yeah, it's over.
I'm sorry, but what the fuck is that title?
The title's ridiculous.
Dear God.
I don't know why they decided this naming convention. It doesn't make sense. It's stupid. I agree.
Final season, the final chapters, special one.
There's not going to be any other specials.
Then what was the purpose of putting the one there?
I don't know.
What's the purpose of the final chapters? It should be the final chapter.
Well, no, it is the final chapters
of...
because the special had several chapters in it. Didn't you watch? I thought you had watched it.
Nope.
No? Okay.
I kind of like, I was like, I can see it's going towards its end goal for the show.
Oh, yeah, no, it's done.
I know.
Yeah.
But but like for some reason for me, it was like, wow, they're really stretching out the ending a lot. I don't know why.
I feel like that the way that the anime ended up getting produced did feel that way.
Because it was like part 2, part 3, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, when they were wrapping things up, they really should have just did a 3-part movie and they could have had it done over the course of a couple of years and people would have been more happy about it.
Yeah, honestly. Well, okay, where would you consider that they would start that movie from?
I think that they would start the movie if they were to do like a 3-part movie. And I would say each movie about 2 hours long.
Okay.
I would start it from the time skip. So
the beginning of season 4.
The beginning of season 4.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We see the attack start. We see what's happening. And
God, that would have been such. Those would have been those were movies. Those would have beaten most of anything else in the theater, even though the records that were set by the One Piece and what was the other movie I'm thinking of? The Demon Slayer.
You're thinking about Demon Slayer, JJK movie popped off.
My Hero movie popped off, right?
Did it?
I don't know.
Did it? My Hero's kind of fallen off.
Is it My Hero or there was another one I'm thinking of then?
And I'll just say, like, when I say fallen off from My Hero, I'm just talking about popularity. Like, it's just not talked about as much.
That's true. Well, okay, no, there's another one then I'm thinking of that was big this year.
Suzuki or Suzumi, I forget. There was a popular, like, movie-only anime.
No, I'm thinking, okay, I'll think about it later.
Okay. But yeah, I think for best continuing series, like Attack on Titan, I thought the way it wrapped up, I thought was amazing. I thought that the way that the final episode was, explained things much better than it did in the manga.
Oh, okay.
To where I think, like, if you're paying attention, you can fully grasp what's going on.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I do think for me that's my best continuing series. But you're saying One Piece. What's your argument for One Piece? Get it out there. Just say it.
I mean, to be
just
honest,
say it.
About what? Like
Gear 5.
Oh, well, I mean, but that's just one small piece of it.
That is one small piece. Yeah, go ahead.
The 2023 has quite literally been the craziest year for One Piece.
It has been the craziest season. It's been the craziest year.
This is by far. They had an entire new interpretation that didn't just break One Piece, but it broke boundaries for the fucking medium. You know what I mean?
Damn. You know what? You know what? Maybe you're right, Andrew.
And this year we got announced that not only are they doing that, but that spawned a remake by the guys who made the first 3 seasons of this.
Damn.
Is that the equivalent of like a beat down in an argument?
Damn, you know, I talked so much. I'm
so sorry.
I spoke so wholeheartedly about Attack on Titan, but One Piece only needed so many words.
You were just like, shit, you're right.
This was the year of One Piece.
And the crazy thing is, if they do successfully do what they're trying to do, this won't be the only year of One Piece.
I do think 2023 gets marked down as the year of One
That's such a fucking cool wallpaper. Holy shit.
Yeah.
You could just take out that one red thing and you're good.
You're talking about a useless kid over here?
Yeah. God, I love Sanji's like freaking fire leg on there that's going up there. Oh, that's cool. Whoever did that poster, they should have done that for the whole show panel in Crunchyroll.
This is a dope picture. You get all the hockey spilling off of Luffy's fist.
Also, that's inaccurate, by the way. Because I'm trying to think of when they would reference that. That should be a scene from when they're on top of Onigashima.
But Sanji wasn't
there. No, it was Killer.
Never got.
They replaced Killer.
Well, yeah, because I mean, you already have one useless person on there. Do you need 2?
Listen, all I'm saying is that Killer is better than Beppo.
Hey, you know whose captain isn't confirmed dead?
That's true.
Well, I guess neither one's technically confirmed dead. You know whose captain is most likely alive?
And escaped their guy who kicked their ass.
Yeah, their guy went running for the hills.
Yeah.
He said, oh, fuck, what the hell is happening here? I'm not ready for this.
Well, this idiot, he attacked Shanks. I don't know what this moron thought he was doing.
Literally couldn't, and he didn't have to attack.
Didn't he not also, didn't he, he was like, there was a strong hockey presence off that scared off Admiral Greenbull. Yeah. He saw what happened to him the first time he did it, didn't he?
That was Ben Beckman.
That's right.
But, so real quick, right, to that, I guess we're going on a bit of a One Piece tangent.
Okay, we're going on too many tangents.
We're going, it's fine, this is what we do here on this podcast. Eustace Kid. I definitely spelt that wrong, oh god, I'm fucking things up on several accounts right now. Yeah. What is this?
All right, Kid would be more popular with that one design.
Definitely would have been more popular. Here's the issue with this bastard right here, right?
I would have said, fuck you.
No, it's in his character as a whole. Oh god, that's so small. So, here's the problem with Kid, right? He lost to Ben Beckman. Number 2 on the Shanks crew, aside from Shanks himself.
I feel like Rayleigh was his number 2.
On Shanks' crew?
Oh, Jesus, I'm sorry. I was thinking I'm like number 2s, and I got my number 2s mixed up.
Gotcha. Yeah. So, aside from Shanks himself, Ben Beckman is that guy, right?
Okay, yeah.
That's at least our understanding of the power dynamic. on Shanks' crew. Kid lost his arm to Ben Beckman, right? And then Kid saw a fleet of Shanks' like Grand Fleet, right? Like he saw Shanks' Grand Fleet, and he said, "I'm gonna blow this whole bitch up while Shanks is here." After just getting bodied by Big Mom and Kaido. Now, some people are going to point out, oh, but everyone won that fight. Luffy beat Kaido after several attempts.
Law beat Big Mom.
Law beat Big Mom, and Kid was there
helping
with the assist. Okay? As far as I'm concerned, Kid, all he did was, Law was the buffalo, and Kid was Scar saying, "Long live the king," as he threw Big Mom down the canyon. Okay? That's all Kid was doing. He was just like...
You don't think the damn punks hurt Mom? Hurt Big Mom?
I'm sure it hurt a little.
A little. Yeah. You're right. I mean, you're right.
Big Mom was fine if it wasn't for Law. That's my opinion. People are going to hate on me, but I'm just going to say who's floating at the bottom of the ocean. Not Law. Yeah, this bastard, if he had just gone up to, like, Shanks' boat specifically and was like, "Listen, I got beef with you, and I got beef with your first mate. I'm gonna fight you, and I'm not gonna kill hundreds of innocent people," right? Because, like, we can all assume that Shanks' Grand Fleet is not, like, an actual pirate crew.
No, remember he told them about how everyone's weak.
Yeah. So, if he just didn't involve innocent people, he would have been fine. He could have still lost, but he might not have needed to lose his life.
Yeah.
But at that moment, Shanks determined he was too dangerous. He was a kid with a gun. He was literally a kid with a gun in a shopping mall. It was too dangerous to let it keep walking around.
Yeah. An aggressive kid with a gun.
It was a monkey with a rifle. But back to the Anime Awards. Best New Series. Now, I know you have not watched any of these, except for Hell's Paradise.
I'm picking that one, then.
I know you're feeling Hell's Paradise. And
I'll give this to you, because you probably have more of a...
So, well, I'll say this. I am also going to give it to Hell's Paradise. Only because I have not yet watched Heavenly Delusion.
Okay.
Heavenly Delusion, I could not find it when it was initially airing. I have heard so many good things about this, and I can't wait to watch it. But I just could not find where to watch it.
What kind of show is it?
It's like a horror, sort of like dystopia sort of thing.
Is it like a shonen or like a slice of life? It's not a slice of life.
No, it's not a slice of life, to my understanding. To my understanding, the show gets pretty dark.
Okay.
But I have not seen it.
Gotcha.
Chainsaw Man, again, I do not like Denji. Zom 100 was very fun to watch.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a lot. It wasn't better than Hell's Paradise, but what really knocked Zom 100 down a couple pegs is why the fuck did I have to wait 3 months to see the last 4 episodes? Because there was a big issue with production on this. It wasn't ready. It wasn't ready. And so they really split up the last part of the season.
Gotcha. They should have just waited till the whole thing was ready.
Exactly. I don't know why they don't do that. But Hell's Paradise takes it for me. Interesting world, dope characters, dope power system.
Beautiful animation.
Beautiful animation. Amazing soundtrack. Yeah. Hell's Paradise, dude. Alright, best film.
You go ahead and pick. I don't know any of these.
So, I unfortunately also have not watched any of these. I do plan on watching Love is War, The First Kiss That Never Ends. Because Kaguya-sama Love is War is fun. It's an entertaining show. And I do plan on watching Black Clover, Sword of the Wizard King.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard good things about them, but this is the one I was talking about earlier that I thought you were trying to talk about.
Yeah.
I have heard nothing but good things about Suzume. So I'm going to vote for it.
Okay.
Strictly based on that.
Oh, okay.
I have heard that this film is beautiful and amazing. Yo, let's go Hell's Paradise. Just vote for the first slam dunk. No thoughts? Yo, what's up, Primo? Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
I know, because here's the thing. I think Grayson watched this.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think Grayson would probably vote for this.
Yeah. Okay.
And I have not watched any of the other
If you think
ones.
Grayson would, then that's fair. Grayson, you can represent Grayson as well today.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Grayson would have voted for this. Best Original Anime. So we have Akiba Maid War, Birdie Wing Golf Girls Story Season 2, Buddy Daddies, Do It Yourself, Mobile Suit Gundam Witch from Mercury, and The Marginal Service. Marginal Service, okay.
Buddy Daddies.
I'm voting for Buddy Daddies. Because of all of those, Buddy Daddies is the only one I was interested in watching. Buddy Daddies is about two, secret agents that end up adopting a child.
Oh, fun.
And it's a comedy. It's a slice of life. I heard it's funny. I do plan on watching it. So we're going for Buddy Daddies. I keep clicking vote, and then I expect it to take me to the next one. By the way, that's why there's always such a long pause.
Ooh.
Best animation. Go ahead, Andrew. Speak.
This isn't fair because, a lot of these shows have really good animation. And obviously that's the point. But oh man. Quality wise, Demon Slayer still has probably some of the best cleanest animation. But,
yeah.
And I'm sure Attack on Titan was amazing visually. But if I'm being honest, JJK just had an insane season.
Okay.
Honestly, what's weird though, if Hell's Paradise was here, I think I'd pick that.
Really?
Yeah.
You would have taken Hell's Paradise over JJK.
I love their use of color palette was, in my opinion, better.
Also, can we just throw this out there?
Yeah.
This is, if 2023 is the year of One Piece when we're talking about anime.
Yeah.
Is 2023 for studios the year of MAPPA?
I guess so.
Because if I'm remembering correctly, I think Hell's Paradise is also a MAPPA.
But ironically, it's also not the year of MAPPA.
Yeah.
Concerning the controversies.
Yeah. I mean, what that is a testament to the workers at MAPPA.
Yeah.
Not the higher-ups who are making the workers.
And the quality of the source material.
Yeah. And the quality of source material. So you're saying JJK?
Yeah.
Oof. I don't know. I feel like Demon Slayer?
We can go that direction because I agree.
I personally feel like Demon Slayer felt more polished.
But does that make it the best animation or not?
I think so.
You think so?
I think that there are several fight scenes that, us as JJK fans and anime fans pop off when we see them.
Yeah.
But if you showed them to a normal person, I feel like they would be a little too disoriented by what's going on.
You might be right, at least at first, especially.
Talking about Sukuna and Maharaga, dude.
But, bro, think about Gojo popping Hanami, though. How good that looks.
That shit was crazy.
Fire.
That shit was crazy. And you know what? Honestly, kind of forgettable season. You're right, JJK. JJK wins. Forgettable season. I was trying to think about a counter argument.
You're like, God damn, that's a good scene.
Even not just that scene, but I was trying to think of any fight in Demon Slayer from this season. And all of them are just forgettable.
Is it me or did they just change the thumbnail for Jujutsu Kaisen season 2?
They did, because this is probably referencing Sayaka.
Oh, the characters.
Yeah,
The people who worked on that. Okay.
yeah.
That's character design.
So best character design
I'm going Hell's Paradise for this one.
with Hisaki.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. This is a tough one.
Don't get me wrong. A lot of the characters in all the shows that I know look cool, but like I'm just thinking about like all the weird looking characters and the way that like they designed the what are they those the 10 or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Gods. It's so unique, especially their final forms.
Okay. I do think also, I do agree with you. I won't lie. I do think that Hell's Paradise, all of these, like Chainsaw Man, everyone starts wearing suits. Kind of boring. Chainsaw Man himself, like the demons in Chainsaw Man are pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But like you could also say that about Hell's Paradise. Also like those final like kaiju forms that those things have.
Yeah. Crazy.
Cool.
Cool.
Hell's Paradise.
Yeah.
All right. Best director.
You go ahead.
I think. Oof, this is tough. Like, this is between JJK and Attack on Titan for me.
Yeah.
Again, I wish I had watched Heavenly Delusions, but I haven't. And again, I have no clue what the fuck Oshinoko is. I was kind of hoping Grayson would be here because it seems like something he might have watched, or maybe Gabby had watched and he had heard about. But JJK, I feel like it's but also like I feel like with JJK, it's easier for them just going both with JJK and it's AOT. They both just had to follow the source material. And they did. And they did it well. You know what I mean?
Execution was flawless.
I think, though... gosh.
Dude, alright, hear me out. The direction...
Yeah.
Is this something that we consider from the source material, or do you think that the direction that they had in certain scenes from, like, Jujutsu...
So when they're saying best director, it's, like, literally the director of the episode.
That's why.
Right, so he's the person that's like making sure that the animators are like drawing correctly.
Yeah.
The music is on point. Yeah. All of it's coming together to a cohesive episode.
Yeah.
You know what? Again, I spoke about like why AOT had so many issues. That's because of the way that they split everything up. And for me, that's due to bad directors.
Yeah.
So it's got to go to JJK. This is just turning into JJK the Anime Awards. Best cinematography. Ooh.
Cinematography that might honestly have to go to Demon Slayer.
I don't know.
Or I mean, you might say it goes to Vinland or Attack on Titan.
I'm thinking it goes to Vinland, dude.
Go ahead if that's what you think.
There's been several like out of Vinland Saga. There were several scenes that were just so beautifully done.
Ooh.
There were several scenes that were just like so masterfully crafted.
They're just like wow.
That they're just ingrained in me as a person now.
That's awesome.
Like, the one scene that you'll see everyone reference, I'm going to just play it for you. It's not much of a spoiler, because I'm not going to give you any context to what happened here. But, Thorfinn, I have no enemies. Here, I'll give you the dub.
For a veteran warrior, tell me, why endure Drought's blows rather than fighting back? If you defeated him, your victory would be more than enough to prove you had the mettle to serve in the King's Guard.
Why ask such a ridiculous question? Beating a man into submission is no way to start a peace negotiation. Today is the first I've met any of you. We know nothing about one another. I have no quarrels with anyone here, and I'm not who you came to fight. So what reason could we have to hit each other? It's absurd. We're only here because of a dispute between Canute and Kettle. The two of them could settle it with a game of Nevatoffel, and it would mean as much as this war. But they both raised armies instead, and sent them out here to spill each other's blood. We just met, and we've hardly even spoken. I don't have one enemy among these men. I have no enemies at all.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Such a dope scene. Such a dope scene. Like, ooh. And there's several other scenes like that for me.
Okay.
I'm going for it. I'm giving Vinland something. Best art direction. JJK, why are you here again? Well, we gotta stop nominating JJK for things.
Yeah, you don't mind.
I know what you're going for. I do just want to make one argument for Zom 100, just for the people at home. Zom 100, I think their art direction was very interesting.
Yeah.
Very unique.
Okay.
And very much like emblematic of what the show is supposed to be. Because the show can go.
We should replace JJK with Mob Psycho 3, Season 3, if that's the case too, right? It also was a very unique and interesting like art design.
Where was that?
I'm saying we should replace JJK with Season 3 of Mob Psycho for options.
For what? Best art direction?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like we can't do that.
I know. I'm well, if like, yeah, I know what you mean, but I'm saying like we should. Like I could like, so is this fed off of our stuff or just fed off of other people's?
No, this is so Crunchyroll put together a list of nominees for best art direction.
This they put this together then.
Yes.
Okay. Then they should replace Season 2 with Season 3 of Mob Psycho.
Okay. I'm not going to agree or disagree, but yeah, I just don't have that power.
Because I can't say anything about Chainsaw Man or Oshinoko. So
No.
I don't know.
Zom 100 very quickly could go from looking very dark and depressing to bubbly and fun in the snap of a finger, and it doesn't feel unnatural due to the way that their art is done.
Fascinating.
It's a very fun watch. I would be willing to watch it again, and I hope that there are more seasons of it. I, again, am just upset that I had to wait so long for the rest of it. Just wait till you have everything done, and then release it. But Hell's Paradise, I know you want that one, for sure. And I'm on the fence, so I'll go for it.
Tipped you.
Best romance. Now,
Have fun.
here's where I really fell off this year. This is where I fell off this year, because normally I'm all about some good romance anime.
Insomniacs After School. It sounds like a club I'd love to be a part of.
And I don't know any of these. I've heard good things about Insomniacs After School. I don't know anything about any of these. I do think I have heard some good things about my love story with Yamada-kun at level 999, which is done by Madhouse, which, okay, fair. But I have no reference for any of these. I'll be honest. So...
Roll a d6. 3.
1, 2, 3. My Happy Marriage.
Interesting. Okay, Joel.
Only on Netflix.
I know we're making the right choice.
There's going to be so many people upset about this. But I'm a man of my word. We rolled the dice and we lived by it. Best comedy. I know what my best comedy is. Do you?
That's the only one I watched is Magic and Muscles. So.
Magic and Muscles, dude. Magic and Muscles was so funny.
It was funny.
It was so funny. It was so entertaining. The only thing that I can say I did not like about Magic and Muscles was the one dude who had the sister complex.
Like, and that's what's confusing is like, there's no like Western equivalent trope, and this is like clearly a rip of like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
So like, why did you even want to include that in there? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, they included it because anime.
No,
Quite.
I get it.
Yeah.
Like, but like, it's the thing, but like, it's like, why is it a trope? Because like,
I agree.
because who likes it?
Weirdos. If you like the sister complex characters, you're a weirdo. If you identify with the sister complex characters, you're even weirder. We should honestly, anyone who supports a sister complex character needs to start getting bullied. I'm just saying.
I'm not
Anyone who supports the sister complex characters needs to start getting bullied, because this character trope really needs to just die. Honestly, if you were to do a recut of all of Mashl's episodes that have anything with that character like fawning over his sister, if you cut
that out,
if you cut all of those jokes, I guess, if they're like, I don't consider them jokes, they're not funny. It's not like, oh, ha ha ha, he's attracted to his sister, like
at first, that trope, I thought it was like overprotective brother, but it's more like attracted to your sister, and it's very weird.
And I think it started with the like overprotective brothers. Because there were a lot of overprotective brothers back in older anime days.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think back to people like Joey Wheeler from Yu-Gi-Oh! Trying to like cure his sister's, like, I think she had cancer. And things like that. But like, Joey was never weird about it.
Yeah, no, there's differences. I agree.
Yeah. So like, I don't know why this spawned as like a pop culture thing, but people need to start getting bullied for it. People need to start getting bullied for it.
Fan of it.
However, overall, the rest of the show is funny.
Yeah.
The rest of the show is funny. Best action. We have AOT, Bleach, Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, JJK, One Piece.
Why the fuck was this? This is hard. What are you going with, Joel?
So I'm between JJK and AOT.
Okay.
I do think JJK just takes it. I gotta be honest with myself. As much as I want to push the Attack on Titan agenda, JJK was just dope, dude.
And you're right, because like I can make the argument, like, all right, because I loved One Piece's action this year.
Yeah.
But like there were scenes in certain sections of the show.
Yeah.
JJK had like just insane action almost consistently throughout the entire season 2.
The whole time.
Like personally, there isn't a moment in JJK that tops the lightning scene for me with Luffy in Gear 5.
Like just the way that episode was played out and like how that was animated and how the action was like the scale and just the way that they handled the lighting and the fucking physics of that battle and
Oh my God.
was insane.
Bro,
But
This like,
so
the way
many
they handled
fight
this-
scenes.
Yeah.
So many fight scenes from JJK were immediately iconic.
Yes, agreed. Like anything to do with Yuji and fucking Mahito, Sakuna and Mahoga fighting was fucking insane.
Toji, dude.
Oh yes, Toji was
Several
crazy.
fights from that
Toji,
bastard.
the flashbacks were fucking crazy with that shit. Gojo unlocking his shit. That was
Yeah. You're right.
Toji had 3 fights in the flashbacks alone.
Yep. I love that everyone else was fucking terrified of that like lobster god thing, and Toshi's just like, I'm gonna literally like destroy this thing in a second.
Bro, it was just insane. And then even the final fight that wasn't much of a fight. Or no, you know what? I will say the final fight, Choso
Yeah.
versus Kajaku.
Mm-hmm.
What? What are we talking about, dude? That shit was crazy.
Oh.
Best fantasy. Now this right here is a tough one for me between 3.
Best fantasy. Okay, now if I am being honest, what do I consider fantasy? Am I considering this like the like because I don't Hell's Paradise is like a fiction, a power fiction shonen, but it's not a fantasy of mine for sure. I wouldn't want to be on that island.
Well, so when they say fantasy, I think that it's just supposed to be like a fantastical world. It doesn't necessarily mean like you yourself fantasize. being
yeah,
there.
like what is the best fantasy world? And I'm saying like, well, I think personally, one of my metrics I'm going to include is whether I want to be in that fantasy world or not.
Okay.
So, I'm saying, Ranking Kings has some good fantasy vibes. So does Mukoshu Tensei, though.
So I will say real quick. So
Nah,
obviously Demon Slayer not in the question. Ranking of Kings for me, it's not the main season.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not really interested. I didn't really watch all of the Treasure Chest of Courage. Because it's kind of a filler season in a way.
Gotcha.
And then the Ancient Magus Bride, I never finished season 1 because the characters are uninteresting.
Gotcha.
But the magic in that world is dope. It really is like true magic, right? Like
Okay.
there's just like it's very free, it's very wild. Magic doesn't really get like fully explained from what I had seen.
But like, think about it from this perspective. Fantasy world, Mukoshu Tensei.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not arguing.
I thought you were arguing for it. Okay.
No. I'm just covering all the other topics just so that people understand that we have a basic idea of what we're talking about. Even though we didn't watch them. Yeah, I mean, like, so for me, I do think I agree with you. Mushoku Tensei probably is best fantasy. I mean, like, the world itself is so massive and interesting. Like, this is why a whole studio was created to make this happen.
Yep.
Best drama.
To Your Eternity season 2.
Yes! You're so right! I'm so glad that we could agree on that before you said anything else. We'll go back and talk about them. But yes, we went too far back. To Your Eternity, season 2. Absolutely, dude. Oh my god, I'm so glad that we didn't have to really... You knew.
I was like, yeah, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, yep, Joelle and Grayson just literally freak out.
Grayson hasn't watched season 2 yet, Grayson! Grayson, if you're watching, watch season 2.
We just bombard the chat and Grayson, like, each of us with our phones, like, Grayson, watch season 2 of To Your Eternity. Grayson, watch season 2 of To Your Eternity.
Vinland Saga, there is drama in this season. But, like, some of the drama is just like your very classic sort of like, that like mid ages, like, um, sort of like power struggles amongst kings and things like that. That's what the drama is there. So like for me, like the drama itself is like, okay, it's fine, it's good, but it's like it's nothing like this.
What about My Happy Marriage, man? Come on, we picked it.
We did vote My Happy Marriage for best romance. Apparently it was good enough to get 2 nominations. Maybe it's worth watching on Netflix only. Again,
I want to hear a review, Joel.
All right, you know what? I'll watch My Happy Marriage by next Thursday when we
Ooh, I'm so interested. We're gonna come back. This is another pretty derby, by the way.
I certainly hope not. Heavenly Delusion, I do want to watch. AOT, great. I loved it. Again, why did we like do this the way we did? Oshinoko must have been good at this point, right? Like we've seen this like 6 times, already. Like it must have
another
been
one to
good.
watch too, I guess.
Same with Bocchi the Rock, best slice of life.
Yeah,
nothing I watched is on here. I have no frame of
titles.
reference.
I would say Bocchi and Insomniacs look interesting to me. The most interesting to me.
I'm voting for Bocchi because I know my boy Vinny watched it. Shout out to you, Vinny. You have good taste in anime, so I'm sure that this is good. Best main character.
Oh.
Ooh, we have a lineup.
No,
we have a lineup here.
It's Denji.
Get him the fuck out of here. I'm voting for Bocchi before I vote for Denji, bro. So we've got Eren Yeager, Monkey D. Luffy, Thorfinn, Shigeru Kageyama. Shigeo Kageyama. My apologies. Let's think about Shigo.
Yeah, Shigo.
Shigo.
Different vibe.
They're very different vibes. Mob. Right? So we got Mob, Eren, Luffy, Thorfinn. Who are you voting for? I know you're probably stuck between these 2.
I'm stuck between 3. What do you mean?
Oh, all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, but who else in a fucking show's history has had the balls to do what Eren did?
Let's go, Andrew!
Am I wrong?
Based! He's based!
I'm not base. I'm just saying, like, as in terms of like show that show. Like, what's the worst that could happen? Oh, this thing. We're not gonna do that. No, Eren does it. Like, that's the fucking the hardest decision to make. He made it.
Yeah.
Because like honestly, like he was either his people die or everyone else does, and so he chose everyone else. Some people, and again, objectively, he's wrong, but he doesn't care, and his people will live on because of that. And guess what? I mean, if from what I understand, the people that are left, I mean, like, I don't know, like, there was no connection because the connection was purposefully isolated in general. So, like, you know.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying it. No, I'm definitely not saying it's a good thing at all.
No, I get it. I get it. You're saying that, like,
every other show would never do what he did, or every other character would never be able to.
You're saying you stand with Eren Yeager.
Of course.
You're Yeagerist.
Yeah. Luffy obviously is, Luffy. He's always been Luffy. He always will be Luffy. Best main character. Again, 2023. One Piece had a year. He had his big come up this year.
Luffy's had several big come up.
But this is the biggest come up he'll have ever.
I mean, like, I don't know about that. King. Yeah, I mean, like, let's be honest. Luffy still has so much room to grow.
Yeah. Okay, but
are we seeing the best?
Awoken.
Are we seeing the best that Luffy will ever be?
It's the biggest comp he's had so far.
Are we seeing the best that Luffy will ever be?
No, but I'm saying this is the biggest come up he's had so far.
So far, yeah.
3
years from
Bob
now,
is just a great character as a person, and like as a. I need to watch more. I've watched up to episode 8. I need to watch more.
Okay.
Yeah, Mob's a really good character. God, I don't know, dude.
What are you thinking?
I'm going with Aaron, dude.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going with Aaron. Like you said, no one had the guts to do what this man did.
Yep.
This man was literally left with no decision, and from what he was able to see, because all past, present, and future were existing for him at once. He saw everything.
Yeah.
And no matter what he did in all of that, in all of these futures and all of these pasts, in all of the presents, this was the only way his people survived.
Yep. And we've had a discussion on this thing about how dumb I think the rest of the world was handling that situation.
Agreed.
Just they asked for it, in my opinion.
Best supporting character. We have Arataka Reagan.
Ugh, Reagan is just amazing.
Hanj. Didn't know her last name was Zoe, or their last name. Apparently, Hanj does not have a gender assigned to them. And they specifically never mention whether or not they are male or female in the story. No one refers to them as a he or she or them even.
They're non-binary then.
Just Hanj. Again, never watched it. Maybe I should. Power, I hated Power. Get the fuck out of here. If you are someone who likes Power, shower more. Wear deodorant. Bathe.
No.
You're gross. You're gross. Gojo and Ghetto.
I don't want Gojo or Ghetto because I view them more as co-characters, co-main characters.
This was Gojo's season, dude.
Yeah.
Everyone else was a side character.
I think I want to give Reagan a win.
I agree. You know what? I do think Reagan.
This is the last season he's going to be on any of this shit, so.
I think Reagan deserves it also.
Yeah.
Gojo was the main character until Sukuna became the main character.
Yeah.
And then after Sukuna went away, we were just left with the fallout of the two main characters doing whatever the fuck they wanted.
Yep.
That's what happened.
Yep.
In season 2 of JJK.
Agreed.
Arataka Reagan.
Fuck yeah.
Let's go. Must protect at all cost character. Meaning, I will sacrifice my life for this character. We have Anya Forger.
The only one I know is Boji.
Bochi the Rock. Miri, which I assume is the child they adopted. Soleto Mercury, which is the Gundam pilot from Gundam Witch. And Pochita, which is the little chainsaw devil that gives Chainsaw Man his chainsaw powers. Pochita's very cute. Have you seen Pochita? I'm sure you probably have. You probably just don't recognize. Pochita.
I swear to God that Pochita was the same exact thumbnail as Power.
No. So that's Pochita. He's just a little guy. He's just a little boy.
Wait, okay. Go back to the screen real quick. The blue screen. Go back to the other one. Look at Pochita's thumbnail, and then go back and look at.
Oh well, this isn't like a thumbnail of Pochita.
Oh, it's not.
No, that's like just the cover art for Chainsaw Man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, never mind then.
Yeah. You want to see Power? I'll show you who Power is. The disgusting thing that she is. She canonically does not bathe or flush the toilet. That's why I was saying, if you are a fan of Power, you're a disgusting human being.
She's stinky.
She's canonically stinky. Yeah.
Canonically stinky. I love read a fucking title under someone's name. I'm Andrew and I'm canonically stinky. Alright, what are we doing here?
Personally, I'm going for Anya Forger.
Okay.
Spy Family is just so funny. And this child right here is just doing everything she can to keep her family together. Even though all she can do is read people's minds. Best anime song. Idol. Okay, so this is an idol anime, I assume then. Kickback. Ciensun Complex. Suzume. Work. Where Our Blue Is. Okay.
Is that the one where? Is that the one that was like? You know, what I'm talking about. I'm thinking of.
It's not specials, if that's what you're thinking of.
Okay. Why the fuck is that not on there? I thought it was Impact.
Yeah, I don't know why that one's not on here. I'm curious as to which one this is. Oh, is this the ED? Oh no, it's the opening for season 1.
Oh, season 2.
Or well, yeah. Part 1 of season 2. That's what I meant to say. Okay. I mean, like, it was a pretty good opening, but specials just hit different. Now, Work, I think that Work was the OP for this, right?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. This is a dope OP. This is a dope OP. I could go with either of these. Now, even though I have not watched Suzume, I have listened to the Suzume song a million fucking times.
Go ahead. You can pick that one, bro.
Bro, this shit slaps. In fact, you know what? We're not... well, I'll put it on very briefly as to try to avoid copyright strikes.
No, I already got it. Dude, you just need to think about it now. You're gonna get the strike.
Probably.
That's who's reading your thoughts. The they that do copyright laws, they're reading your thoughts and they know if you're thinking copyrighted thoughts, bro.
Well, just take a listen to this. Want to start over?
Sounds very like Scandinavian folk in the beginning. I don't know. Not folk, I'm Scandinavian. You know what I mean?
Like, oh my god. Amazing. It's just so pretty.
Ooh,
It's just so
that is
pretty.
pretty. Hear it. There we go. Now it sounds.
Well, I turned it off.
Oh, okay.
That's why you can't hear it. I turned it off. As to avoid copyright strikes. Because I realized that the audio wasn't actually going to the stream. So we were listening to it. They weren't.
Gotcha.
Then I fixed that, and then I was like, well, that's why we haven't been taken down. So let me not let this play the full song. Either way, I'm going Suzume. This shit slaps, bro. Best score. I'm between... Well... I'm between AOT and Chainsaw Man. I have not watched all of Suzume to know if the rest of the score slaps.
Probably does.
Probably does. It probably does. You know what?
You go ahead and pick whatever you want.
I'm gonna vote. Alright, I'm gonna watch this, and I'm gonna watch that other romance anime that we voted for.
The happily married one.
By the time,
or happy marriage.
Yeah, happily married, whatever. My happy marriage.
Yeah, my happy marriage, something like that.
I'm sure it's so happy.
I'm sure it's great. Every song.
Best OP sequence. Why again do we not have? They were trying to nerf JJK here.
They really were, dude.
Because this still is a dope intro. Intro.
Why the fuck didn't they have that one? You're right. Well, I like Hell's Paradise a lot.
Oh, Hell's Paradise is... I was voting for it.
Okay.
I was just like, they were nerfing JJK in that situation.
Ending sequence.
That's interesting. Okay. I just need to see what each of these were.
You're gonna.
I'm not gonna play them. I just want to see like thumbnails because that'll help me remember what they all looked like.
No, I just thought you were. I was gonna say like you're pasting in the word color in the search bar. I don't think it's gonna give you a very specific result, but it did.
A lot of people are looking it up right now.
Guess
probably. All right. Color was good, but let's see. Akari. Now, was this part of Core 1 or Core 2? That's the question. Okay, so this is part of Core 2, which I thought that this ending slapped also. Pretty good ending. Happiness of the Dead, I don't remember. Honestly, when I saw Zom 100 here, I thought my first thought to myself was that show had an ending sequence, and now I'm seeing it and I do remember the ending sequence is actually fun. It was a pretty solid ending sequence. Okay.
Zom 100.
Zom 100's not here.
It's right there. It literally it says Zom 100 bucket list happiness.
Oh, I thought you said Mob 100.
No,
Not bad.
I was comparing it to Mob 100. I was about to say that.
Oh, okay.
You just read my mind apparently.
I guess.
Joel had observation hockey for that 1 second.
Apparently I didn't. I just overlapped the future and the present. Oh yeah, I mean like the opening was better in my opinion. And again, what is forgettable season of Demon Slayer, honestly? Oh yeah, no. It just is. It just is. Best voice artist performance for Japanese. So we have Anya Forger's voice actor, Denji's voice actor, Luffy's voice actor, Bochi's voice actor, Gojo's voice actor, and Jaeger's voice actor.
I wish they had Mojito's voice actor.
Mahito?
Mojito.
Mahito would have probably also had gotten my vote. Now, hear me out. While I have not watched it, this is a show about making a rock band.
Yeah.
Their voice has to be good, right?
Probably.
I'm doing this one for you again, Vinny. Their voice has to be good. I assume that this girl right here is throwing out some fucking bangers. Best voice artist performance, English. Did not watch it. Nezuko.
Oh, hold on. I get that Nezuko talking is a big deal, but she only had like a few words at the end of the arc, right?
But what about all the all the screaming and grunting that she has to do through that bamboo?
Yeah, true.
It's very like, how do you convey emotion with that? She did. And then I have not watched the English version for any of these.
Me either.
So the two that I'm interested in is I want to hear Sagiri and I want to hear Denji. So we're just gonna look up what is like a good moment for Sagiri that you want to see the English voice actor do.
No. Think about one, like the one with your water powers. Senju, is that what it is?
Tao. This is probably gonna be Japanese, isn't it? Yeah. Well,
That's English. What do you mean?
okay. English.
Yeah, just
dub.
type in English dub. You don't even have to do the Learns of Tao or anything. Just
This is just the complete show. This is just the complete show, fully uploaded here on
holy
YouTube.
shit! All right, maybe we shouldn't show that.
As a 4.5 hour movie, but it'll get me exactly what I want. Let's see, where are you?
Here you go.
There are things I want to do with you.
Nemo substitution. Oh, that can kill any monster, so I'd say he's taken care of. That just leaves those little lackeys. But they look pretty zoned out, so let's get away while we can, okay? Soggy!
I just need a moment.
Thanks a lot for having my back earlier, even though I ran for my life. And there's no elixir, so that's a bummer. Trust me. Switch gears. It's time to run.
Agreed.
Hurry up, Senta!
Right.
What a nice girl. You've got real potential. One correct. See? Had your better yet. You could.
Side her life. That's why I'm here.
Not enough to. You might be.
It looks as don't draw his sword. And for a death row criminal, no less. Does he secretly have feelings for her?
I'm only interested in the shinobi woman. Away with you.
Soggy!
Don't bother fretting over her. That move was distant strike. It's done by gathering and launching one's Tao. But ordinary humans can't do it, so just forget that one. You need to begin with the
To go through me.
I everything with my needle snake.
isn't it? Use it as too happy.
Ain't the right opportunity.
Go ahead. If you, but unless you're close.
God, I really underestimated how far
Tell
ahead
me, do you
this
know
part
if
was.
Tenzin have any weaknesses?
Tenzin are gods. If this is divine punishment, then I will accept it.
I understand that, but please, just help us one more time. Do it for May at least. Even the tiniest hint will do.
That substitution trick you did? Believe it or not, that was Tao. And it's the same kind I use. Interesting. You learned something akin to our Hojutsu by training on your own. Anyway, I guess I'll kill off the big guy. Somebody recovers quickly. Too bad you still can't do anything, though. You've only got an ordinary amount of Tao.
It reads your movements, intentions as well. That's true, but if I clear my mind, then there's nothing to read.
Good. Now slice into the tendon. The legends say Tao originates from out. So if you
I'll admit the fail against.
Something when I got close. You are the same. It's just as I expected.
How did you?
Alright, I think I've heard enough. I'm just gonna go Denji, English.
where's the udon?
Here's our resident degenerate.
Can I please dig in?
Sure. I have to ask, though. Think you're really up to it?
Of course I'm gonna need help.
Here.
Why does he sound so lame?
Like it? It's endearing to see someone enjoy soggy udon this much. You're a good boy, aren't you? No different than a trained dog.
So I I didn't catch your name.
Oh my god, yeah. No, I'm giving this to Sagiri. Oh my god.
Okay.
Because Denji's Japanese voice actor, Bakugo.
Yada.
なるほど。じゃあ切り殺してやるよ。
It's a match, you're right.
It's like such a different vibe. He seemed very dweeby
Yeah.
right there.
Very Michael Cera, like, I have to ask my boyfriend, my girlfriend's boyfriend first.
All right.
You know what I mean? No?
Yeah. That's it.
And we won.
No,
We won.
We won.
We won.
We won. All right. Well, that's going to be the end of the podcast.
Yes.
The end of the voting. Was not expecting to spend almost 2 hours on that.
Not me either. That was a good. I think we just got into a lot of tangents as well.
The first 20 minutes was talking about politics.
For sure. Hi, Grayson. I'm sure you enjoyed that part the most.
Enjoy fixing that in post.
Here, I'll do something else you have to fix in post. And I'm just like start shouting all.
Well, let's be glad that that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
All right. Andrew, what do you want to sign off with?
Something that'll get me demonetized, like a copyrighted song.
All right. You asked for it. Thank you for watching the Thursday Crew podcast. This was a certainly a show.
Yeah.
We're going to be right back with some gaming. We're going to do some Monster Hunter Rise.
Yes.
And yeah, see you later.